Weather may make you want to curl up under a blanket, but hopefully this next story is going to inspire you to get out the door and go on a run. Yeah, joining me this morning is Jessica Rabius, the Women's Houston Half Marathon winner. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is fantastic. So we want to look at your stats before we start talking. So this was yesterday.
Yes.
So the time was, you ran the 13.1 in 1 hour, 25 minutes, 36 seconds. That's an average pace of a 6-minute, 18-second mile. 39 out of 4,300 runners. I mean, that's amazing. I was asking, how long have you been a runner?
I've been running since middle school and junior high back at my high school, but I've been training pretty strongly since high school.
Yeah, I mean, training pretty strongly, but I said, oh, is this your personal best? And you said?
I said that this was my first half marathon that I've raced in.
First half marathon, and you won it for the women. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, so you said you've been training pretty heavily. I mean, and you said you started in sort of cross country track, like as early as what, middle school? Yeah, I mean, so what goes through your mind while you're running? I mean, if you're a trained runner, you kind of know what to think about. Like, are you listening to music? Are you just talking yourself up? I mean,
yesterday I was focusing on my breathing because it was quite humid, and the race was quite longer than I usually race, because I usually race 800 to a mile. So when I was racing the half marathon, I had one of my close teammates out there pacing me, and he was talking me up through the race, and we were just focusing on breathing and just working on form, making sure that we were staying calm throughout the whole race.
Well, obviously all of that worked for you. I mean, and then these temperatures, we were like, you know, yesterday it was humid and what, like in the 70s? So not ideal probably.
Right.
But I mean, do you think that I wonder if you do even better if it was this cold? Do you prefer the cold?
I think it would have been better if it was cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then do you plan on doing another half marathon?
So I have indoor and track season coming up soon, so I'm not sure that half marathon is on my radar.
Yeah.
But maybe in the future.
Well, that's fantastic. You're at Houston Christian University. You said you grew up and went to schools in East Bernard. I mean, what would you say to someone considering entering a race or maybe training for it? Like, how long for somebody who hasn't spent like their whole young life, you know, running and training? How long do you think somebody should prepare for like a half marathon?
Maybe a couple months, getting out some runs in and preparing for the longer distances for sure, because half marathon is not something that's super easy. Yeah,
and you said, did I hear you say that was the longest run you'd done? Like in your training and cross country too?
Yes, that was the longest run that I've done.
Wow. You know, I trained for, because I'm not a runner at all, and I trained for a half marathon and I did it, but I was thinking that, oh, when I'm done with that, it's going to make me want to do a marathon.
No.
Why did you say no? Just because it's like, you're like, check.
Yeah, pretty much. When I was getting through about halfway through the race, I was super ready to be done. So I was like looking toward the finish. And then when I got to 13, I was like, there's no way I could run 13 more.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, but that's a huge accomplishment. That's fantastic. Anything that you want to add? I mean, will you be signing up for the same half next year? Is it too early to say?
I think it is a little early to say, but I would say that I probably will sign up for it.
Yeah. You're a grad student. You said you've got track and stuff coming up, so you got a lot on your plate anyway. I mean, this is an amazing accomplishment. Thanks so much for coming in.